And Dr. Conrad, you spoke of with the mouse models and the fact that they're genetically disparate. Uh, is that an important factor when you talk about a human trial in terms of the population base?
Yeah, I think if this group only focused on one mouse model, and honestly, if I was picking a mouse model, I would pick the one that favored the response that I wanted to see. You could rig the system to make results look better than they otherwise would. So again, my point before was you're using mouse models that if it was purely based on the genetic backbone of the mouse, so the characteristics of the mouse, the tendencies of the mouse's immune system, you really shouldn't be seeing it work so well in both models because the elements of the immune system of both models are so different. So the fact that it works so well really speaks to a more generalizable mechanism that's going on. And to talk about extrapolating that to the general population, I mean, I've got identical twin boys. Outside of identical twins, everybody is genetically diverse. So, I mean, that's a drop in the bucket, but it's better than most mouse or most animal studies that would focus really in on one model that works best for them. This is a little outside the box. It was, I think, honestly a bit risky to do it in two such disparate models, but fantastic to show such promising and positive results in both. And I mean, one other thing, anyone who's read about it or who's going to do some homework about it, one of the other criticisms of working in mouse models is in mice, the tumors tend to be more immunogenic. So you tend to see better responses in a mouse model than you would in humans. But again, as Carmen mentioned before, these are cold models. These are cold cancers that don't trigger that immune response that, again, I would pick different ones to make it look better than it otherwise would. So it's like you've got this deck stacked against you from an immune system point of view, and it still looks really good. It's still showing that things are working the way you're hypothesizing. And to get these positive results, again, in these two very different, immunologically different models, I think is fantastic reason to expect good and similar results in humans, which by definition are also going to be very genetically and immunologically different as well.